Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattle Tales from the Vector. This is a general or collective reading, so be aware that parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you, leave the rest. This is also a timely reading, meaning if you're watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That might give you further clarity as to your situation now. Good, okay. So here we go. We have the underlying energy is the Emperor. So the Emperor is talking about performance. So he is all the four kings from the minor arcana rolled into one person. The Emperor is in the major arcana, and once to become an Emperor, it's a status symbol in tarot, basically, that you have had enough life experience and enough wealth of experience. You're at the top of your game and your high-level performance. So you have reached this ability of all four kings and to be the best you can be in whatever area of life that you are, career-wise, in home, like just life experience in general. And the underlying energy from my oracle is worldly and otherworldly desires. So this is a karmic space that a lot of people fall into. This is about granting yourself permission to be able to go after your authentic desires on a spiritual level and on a physical level. And we have Temperance. So this is basically talking about that energy. Temperance is representing having the patience and the devotion to stay on your life's path. You know, a lot of people say, well, what's my purpose? Your purpose is generally to be the best version of you can be. And in the Bible, it says 144,000 angels come down to earth that God sends down. And a lot of people feel this energy represents an earth angel energy. This is someone with a very high spiritual vibration, staying on their path to the best of their ability. And you know, you notice this angel has their foot in the universal pool, and that's their right foot, and their left foot is grounded on land, and where their foot is touching the earth, there's flowers growing. So this is about creating a beautiful garden on planet Earth and empowering others to have a more beautiful experience here. It's about following your path of glory. We have the sun at the top of the hill, that's representing God's energy. And then we have case. So there's been disappointment. The cups in tarot represent love, and quite often this could be about romantic love, but it doesn't have to be. It could be love of anyone or anything. And it's talking about some sort of disappointment, though. This can also be about something you love to do or something you love to be. And so here, these three cups here, they could represent three different relationships you've had, or maybe it could be three, people that you, from your family, friends, etc., that you're disappointed in. It could represent business partners, that type of energy. Or this could represent, something maybe you've been trying to launch in your career and it's failed 3 times, and the universe is saying, give it one more try. You deserve to do what you love. You deserve to have what you love. You deserve to be with who you love. That type of energy. And you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to go through this again. Like, it's been so disappointing. I'm tired of being tired. And this sometimes in matters of romantic love could represent a third-party energy entering the relationship. And that would be very disappointing for the other person. And sometimes this can even represent a fourth gift where there's a baby involved in this energy, and it's like not yours, basically. So this is another scenario. This could also represent someone that you've given 3 chances to, and they're asking, can I please have a 4th chance? And you're like, no. 3 strikes, you're out. I'm done. So this is like, you could sit under that tree for the rest of your life, and some people do. Sometimes we get hurt badly enough that we don't want to get back out there. But really, you deserve to have all the love in the world. So, you might want to consider taking one more go at it. You don't have to, even maybe tweak it a little bit and see what happens. The Chariot is talking about some sort of spin is happening. Like we can see here that we have the Wheel of Fortune coming, and this is actually saying that things are going to go in your way. Your fortune is changing. And so this is talking about being on your destined path, and you're in the Chariot, and it's like a tank. You notice there's no reins here. It's like dong 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 dong. It just let me through. I'm on my path. And this is saying, you can see this person has their back to the city that they're from. So sometimes this means that you might have to leave your comfort zone to be able to get to where you really want to go. But it's already happening in the spiritual realm. And if it's happening there, it's on the way down to the physical. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is saying good fortune is coming your way very soon, especially with the Chariot here. It's been decided on the spiritual realm already. The wheel's turning. Actually, this is 3 wheels. This is the past, the present, and the future, all turning together to the now, synchronizing to bring this new energy into you. And this, on one of these wheels, there's actually the Hebrew letters for the name of God, and that is Tetragrammaton, which is a sacred geometric symbol representing perfect order, divine order, things as they should be in God's plan. And then look at this, we have God again coming in here. This is the sun energy. There's a lot of really good energy here. This is the happiest card in the deck. This represents the Most High. We have this young child on a pony with this big banner, and this is saying, look, there's no reins here either. This child is perfectly happy, fearless, no reins, no saddle. And see all these sunflowers, they're all they represent happiness, and they're saying because they follow the sun, and the sun represents God. And so this is saying you are a child of God, and you are meant to be happy. And when this card shows up, it says that God is shining light on your situation and happiness, and that this energy coming in is going to be very beautiful for you. Like it's a real upgrade here, and like going after your authentic desires, I feel. And there could be some sort of information or something happens here because this is you standing your ground, and this is the wands represent the element of fire. So this is about wood. The wands are made of wood, and it's saying wood fuels fire, and it's talking about having passionate action. And so this is talking about having conviction beyond a doubt that you know something now. I know what I know, and I have conviction beyond a doubt. This is the path I'm going to take. I have, I'm absolutely going to stand my ground to take this path. I deserve it. I want it. I'm going to go after it. So perhaps you did decide to take this next offer from the universe. And you can see this person is standing on a hill on higher ground. Now, do you notice here, he has one boot on one foot and one shoe on the other. And so sometimes this can represent straddling two realities, like you're not quite there yet, but you're on your way kind of energy. Also, this can represent sometimes it can represent like walking in someone else's shoes or someone trying to walk in yours. But you're going to, this is also, these other ones represent the actions of other people. And you're saying, I'll fight for what I have to. You've got, this wand is protecting your heart. And you're standing your ground now that I know what I know. And this is representing some sort of heartache. So perhaps some information came in, or what happened here, you have more clarity on it now. And this, because the swords represent your your thoughts, basically, your mental intelligence, discipline of your mind. When you look at this, it's pretty horrifying. I mean, there's 3 swords in this person's heart. But when you look again, you realize, wait a minute, that heart is very big in comparison to these swords. So this is something that possibly a person could recover from. Like they're more like nails than like swords, which is bad enough, but you know what I'm saying. And so this is talking about sometimes a heartbreaking decision needs to be made. This can also represent a need for forgiveness, an apology. Harsh words have been spoken. This can represent an energy of, sometimes in matters of love, third party energy, which we spoke about here, dividing a couple. This can also represent, in some cases, perjury, gossip, slander, that type of energy. And this is also you notice the heart is in this person's throat. So this could be someone who's afraid to speak their truth. And we have, it's something about, I feel in context with this card here, it's talking about something was fishy in your love life. Like this page is bringing in communication, information. In the old days, the pages would work for the king and the queen, and they would begin around 7 to 14, depending on how mature they are. You have to remember that back then, the life expectancy was like half of what it is now. So they didn't really have childhood like we do, now. This is talking about, this some sort of information coming in, and as I said, they'd be about 7 to 14, and they would, when they became 21, if they were still there and they were doing a good job, they might even be considered for knighthood if they could afford a horse. So this energy, sometimes it can be communication coming in, and it could be regarding something that happened like when you were in elementary school, high school, and maybe college, that type of energy. This also, in the old days, this would be male always, but now this could be a female in their masculine energy, and the communication would always be in person because that's the only form they had. But now when this card comes up in tarot, you can expect it to be a phone call, a text message. Maybe you get a delivery of flowers because this is about love. This is talking about maybe something coming in the mail, a card, an invitation, maybe on social media, you get messaged, or you see an event posted, you go to it, and then you meet someone in person. And also it's saying if you're looking for some information for something you want to that you love to do or be, it's a good idea to check out what's happening at the top of the pyramid with the elites and the leaders of the world, basically, that make the rules and that, because that's where you can sometimes get some, even just 5 minutes, find out what's going on, and you might even get some information about some trends, or maybe what's selling on the stock market, that kind of energy, and it could all of a sudden inspire you in some way. This page is very focused on this fish in this cup, and quite often this does represent someone who has their eye on you, or you have your eye on someone. And this page knows there's plenty of fish in the sea, but he's really focused on this fish. Sometimes following this card, it might be talking about, now that you know what you know, there was something stinky or fishy in your love life. If you leave a fish out of water for too long, it's going to start to smell. So something, it could be, this could be talking about a past situation that you're healing from now. Or it can be, because like now, here's another cup of love. I feel that's what this is talking about. I feel this is talking about going through something, and you might have been younger, maybe it was like a puppy love or a first love type situation, and it threw you off love, like you really got hit hard. First love sometimes can be really challenging. But now, the King of Cups is here, and the King of Cups, when he offers a cup of love, it's a solid offer. So this could be talking about, maybe this is a solid offer coming in, and you don't want to say no because of something that happened when you were, under 21. Now you're an adult. You can handle it. It's that type of energy. And this is talking about healing. Like sometimes this can represent healing from the energy and, moving forward in your life. So this King of Cups is sitting out on the middle of the slab here on his throne, and he's surrounded by this rough water. Rough water in tarot represents volatile emotion. It represents like sometimes chaotic energy in your life, but he's waiting until things calm down. He is really good at controlling his emotions. So this could be representing for you, that's what you need to do right now, is get a hold of your emotions, discipline your mind so that you're calm. And then when you're calm, make a decision about what you want to do so that you don't sell yourself short, or, because this is sitting right on this King of Cups is right on this energy of, the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor and the Chariot. Like this is, it feels like strong energy. And he's patient. He's waiting maybe until you heal your heart. Maybe, this energy is saying, hey, you heard, maybe he heard through the grapevine that you had been hurt in love or whatever, and he's waiting. He wants to make sure he's got his right foot forward here. So it's saying he's ready to make a move as soon as he feels the opportunity is right. And we have Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is talking about someone. Yeah, I feel like this is the King of Cups energy. He's at the top of the turret of his castle and he's looking over his domain and he feels like, I'm on top of the world. I have the world in my hands. Except maybe he's lonely and he's been looking like he's looking to offer a cup of love to you. He's really attracted to you and he feels like he has a lot to offer. He feels like a big fish in a little pond sort of energy. And so sometimes that this is wanting to expand. Quite often this can be about business. It reminds me of an entrepreneur, having one successful business or whatever and wanting to expand and maybe set up a location somewhere else. But it also can represent you wanting to have more passion in your life and maybe feeling passionate about a love. And maybe you're at a stage in your life where you're wanting to start a family, that type of energy. And if you're the King of Cups energy. So let's see, let's keep going here. We have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles energy sometimes can talk about, like this is, I'm saying in your career that you are being noticed. So this is talking about you're in an elevated position, you're on this bench. This, this stone worker, he's doing all this beautiful sculpture on this stone here. And these two people are coming and they want to collaborate with him. They're shining a spotlight on all his beautiful work. Now, this card is basically saying this is an awesome place to be. It's saying that you're standing out above the crowd. People are really noticing that you've mastered your skill set and that, they want to collaborate with you. It's saying, though, be very careful because when you're in an elevated position like this, you have options and you want to make sure that any contracts or agreements you make are in alignment with your lifestyle choices, like how you want to live your life and how many hours you want to work and all of that type of energy. And so if they're if they're not in alignment with your values and your goals, even if the money is really good, it's going to really put a lot of a kibosh on your lifestyle, because the Pentacles are not just talking about money, they're talking about lifestyle. And like Pentacles in tarot represent health, wealth, and happiness. And of course, money is a really big part of that, but you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want. So this is talking about having a good lifestyle. And if you're maybe thinking about starting a family, you want to be careful to make sure that the agreements that you make are going to be in alignment. Like, what if you need to move or something so that you can be with your new partner or whatever? This energy is coming in. Quite often, this can also represent secret society energy. So, especially if you're in the arts and stuff, there's those kinds of occupations. Like if you're an actor or an actress, you're a really talented musician, an artist, that type of work. You want to make sure, be careful, especially in those industries, the contracts can be, you need to have someone go over the contract because there's a lot of history of those types of occupations where people are breadcrumbed and then other people are making the money, and the person it stunts your creativity. Sort of sucks the joy out of what you're doing if you sign the wrong contract and then you're stuck with doing things the way other people want you to do it, and it's not in alignment and you don't feel free to be yourself. So it's just saying be really careful of that, but congratulations on being noticed and doing such good work. This is an energetic upgrade for you. This is talking about the magician energy. And so the magician is saying that you can bring from heaven down to earth whatever you want to create in a beautiful garden. You have all the tools that you need. You have infinite potential to the power of 100% to the power of infinity and beyond. And it's also saying here he's got an Ouroboros around his waist, which is a snake biting its tail. And it's saying, you know, what does a snake do? It sheds its skin. And it's saying that make sure that you let go of any energy that will hold you back here, hold back your creativity, because you're in a real strong position to be able to use your creativity to create the beautiful life that you want to live. And it's saying you have all the tools you need. You need to learn how to use them, and you need to learn which tool would benefit you the most to use in any given situation. And you notice he's pointing to this energy of wanting to expand, and that this is coming in very quickly. So be careful that you don't make an agreement that would mess this up. That's what I feel like. I keep hearing the word freedom, freedom before anything else. And then we have the Empress energy. So this could be, it's sitting right on the king here, and this could be saying that after this hardship, you know, whatever it is that you've gone through, that you stayed on your path. And the Empress is representing the qualities. Like, look at, we started with the Emperor, so she's like the king. She's a very high level manifester. She's in the flow. This is a generator of energy, basically. She is considered to be pregnant with possibility. And so like this energy, I feel like this is saying like this King of Cups might be wanting to, he sees you as his Empress, and he hi, do you want to come up here? Oh, did you wake up? My cat Stella, she loves to be here for the readings, and she gets sad. She was in the bedroom and she realized I started a reading without her. It's okay. You're purring now already. So her job is to sit on my lap and purr. She does a really good job. A cat's purr can actually raise the vibration to a healing level and lower blood pressure. I figure it can't hurt. She's just going to take a minute here to chill out here. Okay, are you done yet? Okay, she's got happy feet now, so here we go. We've got some good purring vibration behind this reading now. You're so funny, Stella. Yeah, I know. I started without you. I'm sorry. All right, so the Empress is growing all this wheat at her feet, and it's saying she knows how to manifest at a high level because she makes plans. Like, so if she wants to grow wheat, she's going to first say, okay, do I want to grow wheat or do I want to grow durum? And then she's going to say which field would be the best field to put it in. And then she's going to check out the soil in that field and make sure that if it needs any amending, does it need fertilizer? What does it need? And then she's going to make sure all the stones and the rocks are picked. Anything that would damage the seeding and the harvesting equipment. And then she's going to wait until the perfect time to plant that seed. And then get it all planted. And then after that, she's going to wave her wand and say, okay, nature, do your thing. She's an organic farmer, so she doesn't she doesn't spray. So and she's known for having bumper crops because she knows she's done everything she can to facilitate the growth of this. She's not going to sit there and worry about it. She's going to anticipate a really good crop coming through, and she's going to let nature do its thing because she knows that nature knows how to grow shift. and get in, and then she'll start another project, and she doesn't worry. She doesn't feel the need to worry. And I think, did I mention that she's also, that she's considered pregnant with possibility. So she's very fertile. So if you're, this card can sometimes represent an actual pregnancy. So if you're not wanting to get pregnant, be careful because you might be very fertile at this time. And this energy is the three. See, look at this now. This is the energy of the three of wands. And I feel in this instance, it's talking about this person's on the precipice of change. And they're thinking, maybe I want to go forward now in a new style here. And instead of, he's walked through the portal of being a couple and moving forward. Sometimes this can be leaving a couple, but I feel in this case with the Emperor and the Empress here, I feel that, and this would be leaving the old love and then entering a new energy here. So the ships are sailing by, and I know it looks like sand, but it's actually just because the sun is shining all the light and all the energy on this, on the water, and it's turned it golden in color. And so the ships are sailing by, and this person is like come to the conclusion, and I feel this is the King of Cups energy, that, you know what, I'm ready to ask this person. I think she's my Empress, and I would love to start a family with her and expand my horizons with her. That's the type of energy I'm picking up. And he's been waiting, because after this happened, it took some healing, I feel. And so the Queen of Swords is known to be the coldest of all the queens. Quite often she might be divorced or separated. And she's got her left hand out. Like she's you know, she's saying, okay, you know, Emperor, I might consider having you in my life if you come in correct. And she's, you know, her left hand is ready to receive. Her right hand is still on that sword. So she's like, you better come in correct, or off with your head. She's been there, done that. She has the t-shirt. She does not want to put up with any bullshit. And her head is above the clouds. So she has clarity about what she will and will not tolerate in her life, and what she wants in her life now. She has learned the art of discernment. And probably when you're at the Empress status like this, it's talking about having learned a lot of life lessons, sometimes the hard way. And so you've had to learn discernment. When you learn things the hard way, you tend to remember them better. You know, you remember, oh, what the lesson was. And so this energy is talking about, she's been very focused, or like this could be the king and the queen here, have been focused maybe in their life on, you know, gathering pentacles, on their careers, that type of energy. This is talking about being very focused on a project and wanting to make money. This is the only card in the tarot where the person's actually literally making money. They're pounding out a coin here. So this energy is talking about being hard at work, being very focused, and maybe now you're the king. I feel this is the King of Cups energy, is feeling like, you know what, like I have 6 pentacles done. I'm almost done this one, and I have 1 to go, and then I have enough coin and enough going on in my life, like enough pentacle energy to be able to bring someone in and start a family, and I would really like to do that. And then this is after a lot of thought. I feel like this is talking about, you know, see, the King of Cups, when he has an offer of love, he recognizes that, like, it's a solid offer. He's not into wasting time himself. So this talks about, he wants to go after his authentic desires. He may have been like in this energy of really wanting to, you know, get a start in life, like, you know, be a man and, you know, provide, be able to be a good provider before he brings a family, or someone settles down, gets married. He's ready now, is what I feel. And I also feel that this is representing the energy of the Queen of Swords, and she had like, when you're in this energy and there's need for healing of the heart, this talks about, you know, going to source energy, going to God, and laying down your mind. Because sometimes the mind can be our worst enemy when we're in a situation like this. Putting the mind to rest and meditating and praying to find out what's in your heart. And sometimes, like, your mind will your logic will talk you out of, okay, like, logically, if you've been through this, love hurts, And she may be saying, she could be like sitting under this tree for the rest of her life. But I feel like she makes the effort to meditate and pray and ask, put her mind to rest. She's got it hanging on the wall here. And quite often this can represent your subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind, and here as well. And when your subconscious mind is when you're young, you know, like before the age of 6. And you form your subconscious mind, and it is like really the thoughts of the people that are in charge of your care and the environment that you're in. And it's heavily imprinted on us, so it's really not our thoughts. But when we get stressed out or we get hurt, that's the mind that we turn to because it's so heavily imprinted on us. But, you know, it's not necessarily the most reliable. And then we have the unconscious mind, which is about our spiritual needs. And that's what this otherworldly and worldly desires is talking about. It's like both, there's two sides to the sword. There's your logic and your intuition. And your intuition is more about how you have to feel with your heart what you want. Whereas your logic, you're doing all the thinking. And so, you know, you have spiritual needs as well as physical needs. A lot of times people will say, yes, I'm a human being and I have a soul. But from the soul's perspective, you're a soul traveling in a human body as your vehicle to get around. And your soul has needs too. And if the soul's needs are not being met, the unconscious mind starts getting really loud and it starts arguing with the subconscious and the conscious mind. So the conscious mind is what you're aware of. Like, you know, I went to a meeting, we had 3 points, we talked about it. It was an hour and a half. We came to these decisions. Then I went home and made supper, that type of energy. So you can recount it, you have memory of it, that type of energy. And sometimes this represents after, in context with the other cards here, this can represent someone who has healed their heart. And now the subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind are plugged into the heart and into the heart's desires. And now that means that you're following your authentic desires. So if the King of Cups offers you a cup of love, you might be like, yeah, I'll take it from you. And the King of Cup energy could be representing this emperor. Quite often, if there's an emperor and empress and there's other queens and kings around, it's talking about their journey of how they became an emperor and empress. And I feel that's the case in this reading. So on this stained glass window is the word Pax, P-A-X, and that same peace of mind. So it's put the mind to rest and allow yourself to feel with your heart. What is it you really want? And then look at this, we have marriage. Woohoo! So this is talking, I feel like this is a love story. Sometimes this can be about, you know, commitment, partnerships, and it could still be. If you're not looking for love, then this could definitely be about something you love to do or be, and you found the perfect partner to facilitate that, you know, like a complement to your energy, to empower you to do or be what you love to do or be. And so, because this isn't just about love, this can be about commitments, partnerships in business and marriage, but it could be both too. And so this is basically considered the marriage card. And this is talking, the energy is talking about, you know, you have the castle, you have the down payment for it, but you still need to make the mortgage payments. So this is about the beginning of fulfillment. And this is the promise of it, but you still have to pour your energy into it. It's saying also, you know, maybe the king popped the question and the answer is yes. And now it's, you know, you're planning the wedding, and then after the wedding, you need to pour energy into the relationship to make it fulfilling. And to fulfill that promise, you have to put your energy into it. So this is really cool. And then we have the King of Wands. So this again, I mean, this energy, this could be the king. For some of you, this could be the King of Cups. But I feel with this energy here, with the Emperor and the Empress now, this could be representing, we have just the one queen here in this, and I feel like this is talking about this energy. It could be different. This could be the Queen of swords and the King of Cups representing this energy, and the Empress and the Emperor could be a separate story, but I feel like it doesn't. It makes more sense that it's telling the story of how they became that. And so this is talking about the king. If this is the same person, the king is very passionate about this and is like really looking forward to this adventure with you. This is something he really wants, and he's put a lot of thought into it, is what I'm getting. And he considers you to be his empress. And so he is considered the sexiest of all the kings, and very, very charismatic. Someone that you wouldn't kick out of bed for eating crackers. You could forgive him anything because he's so charming. And he's a lot of fun to be around. And he's a visionary, optimistic. You know, he has that type of energy. You know, he looks forward to life, and he also has the salamander here. And this is representing protection from fire. It's also here on the circular tail and the lion. And I saw this a while back, this face on here, and it looks like two eyes and a mustache and then smoke coming out of here. Now this could just mean that the King of Wands is smoking hot, because he is, or this could represent an energy of where there's smoke, there's fire. So I just feel like that could be part of the like discernment here, because the King of Wands energy, sometimes his love to for new adventures and optimism and, you know, new energy coming in all the time, that bleeds into his romantic life. But he does, if he does eventually settle down, he can be in the King of Cups energy. Generally, this is a relationship where, like, all the fire signs tend to mature a little bit later when it comes to settling down to marriage or commitments of raising a family. So there might be, he might have a bit of a reputation as being playing the field in that. But I feel like once he makes his decision, if he's in this energy, it's a strong commitment. And then we have, yeah, because look at this, we have ultimate fulfillment in a perfectly imperfect world. So this is talking about this combination. I feel like this is like a real strong combination. And, you know, this is the most pentacles you can have. So it's raining money. You have the perfect partner. You have the, you know, you're going to start a family. You have the 2.5 children, the 2 pets, and you have even time to stop and chat with a neighbor, and you have it in the perfect neighborhood. So this is talking about, you know, is it going to be absolutely perfect every second of every minute of every day? Probably not, but it's going to be as, you know, a very fulfilling lifestyle in a perfectly imperfect world, basically. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles coming in. And I feel like this is like, out of all the knights in the deck, and do we have, like, what communication did we have coming in here? It was so interesting. I just did a reading in the random shift readings, and there was like 3 knights and 1 page, and they were all boom, 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 boom. So we have the Page of Wands, but this is the first knight. So I feel like this is talking about, this has been a long time coming. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving of all the knights. And he, you know, it can be really frustrating. So this can be saying you've waited a long time, and maybe the King of Cups is just ready at the perfect time, that you are now ready as well, because you took the time to heal your heart. And he's put a lot of thought into this. So it's not a cavalier offer. This is a solid offer, it's saying. It takes a long time for the Knight of Pentacles to show up, but when he does, it generally is a solid offer about a solid lifestyle. So I feel like that's what this is saying here. If we go from the bottom to the top and back down again, we have you following your path, really dedicating yourself, I feel, to your career. The Magician energy, you know, that you have the opportunity, and it's coming in quite fast now, to expand your horizons and to have everything you want on the earth, you know, an energetic upgrade, and let go of this disappointment. And that there could be someone coming in that really does want to marry you, and someone that you really enjoy, like someone that you are passionate about and they're passionate about you. You've waited a long time to have this energy. It's like real energy. So it might be hard for you to believe it, especially maybe if you hear, oh, that King of Wands, you know, he's got a wandering eye. Well, not when it comes to you. He feels like you're his empress. And so this energy is talking about living a beautiful lifestyle and not having to, like, that the work, you know, it's all the real hard work is almost over, because we're on the 7th and there's only one to go. So you're going to have the time to enjoy each other. And you have the discernment now, like you don't have, like you have learned a lot and to be at the Empress energy now. And you've healed your heart and you're plugged into what you know, what you really want in life. And you're willing to stand up for it and go for it. Like you have conviction beyond a doubt. You deserve to be happy. This energy is coming in for you if you want it. So if you've been feeling kind of down, you know, and feeling like, oh, it's like I'll never have what I want, this energy is saying it is coming. And sometimes, you know, things that are worth waiting for are worth waiting for. You know, they take time. You want to be mature enough this time around that, you know, it works out. And yeah, and you know, if the timing is correct, this could be a really, I feel, a real beneficial, happy relationship. So congratulations if this is your reading. And as I said, for some of you, it's not about love. For some of you, it might be love of something you do, and you have something, someone coming in that really supports that energy. That's a really good feeling to have. All right, I'm going to clarify this for those that want clarification. If you've been here up to now and you're leaving the reading, thank you for your time and energy. Consider giving it a like and comment. It helps me to build my channel. I really appreciate it. I'm going to clarify with my oracle, and this is Tales from the Vector. I do have a website, talesfromthevector.com, and I started this back in 2007. I completed all 64 paintings in 2020, and now I'm thinking about bringing it out here. I'm just working on the information, because on my website, I do have all 64 paintings there in the gallery, and this is the numbers on these cards represent how they are shown there. So you can, in the description box below for the video, I will put the cards as they come up in the order here, and you can check them out. It might give you further clarity if you want more clarity after this. So we already have established this is about going after your authentic desires. The Hierophant is traditional structure. So this is talking about wanting to have that structure in your life, like where you have a partner. Maybe in the past you haven't wanted that. You know, not everybody's really wants to get married or make those kinds of commitments. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you even want to have the children, you know, if it's later in life or whatever, but it's just allowing yourself to have what's in your heart now. And then we have the Hangman energy, and this is talking about, this has been a long time coming. And maybe you've been feeling stuck here for a while. It was, you were really disappointed in the past, and it's taken a lot for you to heal from that. But you've done the work, and so you're ready. The need to be right. Well, it's good to be right about matters of love if you can be. But you, some people get so caught up in the need to be right, like they have to be right about everything. And if you're right about everything, then everybody else has to be wrong, right? So, right? So, do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? You know, if you're always right and the other person is always wrong, it's probably not going to be a happy relationship. So it's about not making mountains out of molehills, but also at the same time, there's such a thing as righteous anger. So, you know, standing up for yourself and not making molehills out of mountains. So dissemination of information. This is like when you start, you know, there's an elephant in the room, but you don't see it. And I feel like this is talking about, you might have been in a relationship in the past that was heartbreaking because you didn't see it coming. And you thought you were happy, but you really, there was a lot of scrambled information. And so sometimes when you believe in something, people will tell you to motivate you. They'll say, you need to believe in yourself. But like, I've met a lot of people, and I know for myself that I've had a lot of limiting beliefs here and there. And so sometimes you can believe that you're not worthy of love, or you could believe that, you'll never find that person. So you can talk yourself out of things. And then sometimes when you need to believe, like when you really need to see something and it's someone you love, I've come to the conclusion that love is blind, and you don't want to, if you don't want to see your person in that particular light, it can be quite easy to talk yourself out of it. So you can start believing in your own press. And the star is talking about you have the right to be who you want to be and to stand up for yourself to be that. It's very similar to the energy of the Earth Angel, but it's more galactic. The star energy is talking about staying on your path as well, but in a following your North Star and your destined path in that way. It's galactic energy, universal energy. And then we have the Empress. So this is saying, yes, all this hardship that you went through, all the healing that you needed to do, raised your vibration to an Empress level. And we have the Sun. Look at that. So right after that, so we have the Sun here as well. And saying that, that you deserve to be happy, and God is shining light on the situation, and that you can heal your heart and move forward, and you don't have to be, there's a saying, I'd rather be better than bitter. So that would be better energy to be in. Also, the throat chakra, learning to speak your truth and learning to speak up for what it is you really want and stand up for yourself. Conviction beyond a doubt. I deserve this, and that's what I'm going for. So standing up for yourself. And then Sagittarius energy. So this is coming in, and this is on the Magician, and on this energy of, of wanting to expand your horizons. That's definitely, the wand energy is the fire signs. This is also enjoying, I feel that you will really enjoy the energy of a partner that also has that energy, that likes to travel and different cultures and different projects. Not someone that's really clingy, someone that you can, you have your own interests as well. And this also is talking about cosmic justice, like when the Hierophant energy is here. So in the constellation of Sagittarius, there's a black hole there that a lot of people feel is the heart of the cosmic heart, the heart of the Milky Way. We have love is blind, but see, this is talking about being mature enough now to see. Scotoma is when you can't see something because you don't want to a lot of the time. So other people can see it, and they can be telling you, hey, this guy is like bad news or whatever, and you're like, no, I love him. He would never do anything like that. Or about family members or a business partner or whatever that is. So it's talking about having a scotoma, like not being able to see something. Sometimes there could be something you see about the person that other people can't see, and that's why. But there's a reason why the windshield is bigger than the rear view mirror. You want to check your past, you want to learn from it. But you don't want to stay in your past. You want to be able to move forward and, heal and have really good energy. And a good way to do that is, through prayer and meditation, and also making sure that you're using both sides of that sword, both the logic and the intuition, so that you're thinking, you're applying logic, but you're also feeling with your heart, what are my authentic desires? When you're plugged into those with your mind, then your mind really starts working for you. And you start manifesting at a very high level, like the Empress does, where, you put the work in, you plan it, you do what you can, and then you don't worry about it. You let nature take its course. You let it come to you instead of having to work really hard towards getting it. And then we have this energy at the top here is this Gemini energy. And so I feel this is coming in because this card's coming in a lot because, Uranus just moved into Gemini about 2.5 weeks ago now, and we notice a lot of truth coming out in the world. And so I feel like this is the truth of of who you are. I feel like you're in your authentic desires. I feel that this Emperor energy is in those. Is in that, like, I feel it's about timing, kind of. The last time Gemini, or that Uranus was in Gemini, was in 1941 to 1949. And, you know, that was when World War II was happening. There was a lot of energy around the world that was, like, pretty wild. And we haven't been in this energy again since then. And the bottom line of the Uranus and Gemini energy, Gemini is very quick-witted and very adaptable to change. And I feel like this is saying that there's going to be a lot of energy still in the world for the next 7 to 8 years, until 2033 at least. There's going to be this energy of you know, the truth coming out, and it's like almost like a daily dose of truth these days. And it's whatever truths come out at the top of the pyramid are trickling down to below. And so if you stay in your truth and you stay on your devoted path, and we have this flanked by the earth angel energy, and you know, standing in your conviction, staying on your path, knowing